Good morning, everybody. I mean, it's morning in California, at least. Um, we are experiencing some serious rain going on, and right now we have a break, right? So, right now it's kind of drying out a little bit, but it's predicted that we're going to have storms all week. I guess. I don't know. I've been getting pretty bad communications since I switched to AT&T, so I do not recommend using their products and services. It's not been great transition for me. Um, but I had to do something about the fact that Cox wasn't delivering anymore. Anyway, I digress. So this is Ozzy Cobb covering what happened with Yo Mama over the weekend, and I just my takeaway from this is that Keemstar is like a 5-year-old, and he just pouts and throws tantrums and picks up his toys out of the sandbox and goes home. Like he is worried so much about promoting his friends and family that he can't see great talent when it's right there for him. And I'm not saying that Yo Mama is necessarily a great talent, but he certainly has more value than some of these other people who are declining. So let's go through this. This, like I said, this is Ozzy Cobb's footage.
Holy God, what are you showing me? Hey, come on!
So instead of me telling you the story, Keem put an audio in announcements that tells everybody in.
I'm still trying to understand why Zay Zooted is even in the network, considering that her voice is so shrill. It's very difficult to actually watch anything with her on it. That's why I couldn't watch the shows that she's been on. It's ear piercing to listen to her, you guys.
Perfect detail exactly what Yo Mama did, so that they can get a full scope of why Pitt isn't live and why we're going early.
Can we, let me see if I can forward it.
I'll forward it for
Let me
you.
forward it in the side chat. We're hearing announcements. And there we have it. Yo Mama is fired, Keemstar says at 5:05 p.m. That is...
It's in the side chat for you.
Literally 5 minutes.
Yeah, the stream lasted 4 minutes before it got taken down. We actually have a censor.
Well, there's two options here. Is that either Yo Mama actually did go against something that was, I guess, clearly stated to him. You never know, because Keem is intoxicated most of the time, and at least he appears that way. And he also seems to be overly sensitive to people that he's hired, and doesn't know how to handle his emotions, I guess. I don't know. Or this could have been staged to just put Yo Mama in the same position as he has with other hosts, where he has a punishment scenario, because this is a sadist, masochist, fetish community. And so I really don't know which direction it's headed. But Keem, I mean, the way that you're treating the African American participants of your network is looking more and more unbalanced compared to lifting up the sick people in your network that really have no talent and no draw to the the audience is, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what to do with this one, you guys, but you know, welcome Sunday morning, I guess.
Version of the stream that takes out the person that isn't supposed to be there.
Yo Mama pitched me a show about having like LCU detractors on his show to like talk shit about the LCU and what.
I don't know that you should necessarily say detractors, because I mean, obviously those of us that cover your channels are watching, so that's not necessarily a detraction. But it is a reaction, right? So these are react channels, myself included, and I didn't feel welcome in their Discord either. And I know Labroski, I've seen him jump on live before and make commentary, and usually that's the only show that he was responding to, was the main show. From what I could see, he didn't really cover a lot of the side shows because he has other things going on in life. So I'm not sure what the big deal was about having him on, but all right, okay.
And the guy that he wanted up there was Labroski. I told him absolutely not. You know, I pitched a much better show for the primetime spot with Glammy and Yo.
Why though? What is your big? What's the big deal with having Labroski as a guest? I just don't. I'm not really getting it. I don't get the arc of this weekend. I don't understand why this was such a problem when you've had other people come on before. So have you banned Bunny Button as well? Because she has also come out. She did an interview with Labroski. I mean, like, what exactly are your demands as an employer, as somebody who's trying to create an entertainment network? What are the lines that you draw? Because I'm at a loss here for why this even happened. And quite frankly, you lost my business this weekend. You know, I had I don't give you guys a lot of money, but like, I did do the upgrade to be a part of the Discord, and if you're not providing the entertainment that I paid for, then what the hell would I want to give you my money for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to participate if I don't have that interactive experience of being able to enjoy the entertainment that I like, when you're constantly changing up who is on what show? And if we've subbed to one show, now all of a sudden the host that we subbed for is gone, right? Like, why am I going to do this? And on top of it, I mean, I can tell that your hosts watch my channel because they repeat me. They are saying things like, talking about songs that I sing, talking about clothes that I wear, ghostwriter, right? And you guys aren't the only ones. I mean, I see this out of Foodie Beauty as well, but and some of the other React channels even. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't really make much money on this. I get like $5 a month, right? That's roughly where I am with my YouTube channel. I'm disabled. I'm retired. I'm just trying to figure out, what do I do with my body from here? Like, can I rebuild my muscles? Can I rebuild my strength? can I rehabilitate? Because I have to do something. I live in Trump's America and he's trying to kill us all. So there's that. Anyhow, I digress.
Mama, and the show I pitched was a massive success. All right.
Was it? Okay.
The idea that Yo Mama had, I told him no. Again, I shot that down. And today I thought it was a little strange that Pitt did not submit what their show was going to be.
Billy, what are you doing with your fingers? What are you doing with your fingers? What kind of nervous reaction is that? I'm very confused by this. And by the way, Keem, no, you're not. You didn't pitch good ideas. Like your network is tanking right now. So the ideas that you and Mike are coming up with for these shows is not working. It is not a working formula. And one of the things that you don't consider is changes in political climate for your audience. For example, when 9/11 happened, people dipped out of serious shows. They dipped out of not reaction, I'm sorry, the like Survivor, those types of programs, because they just were, their mental state changed, right? We're going through a similar scenario right now with the Epstein files. And you could take advantage of this moment and actually talk about it. But I'm getting more and more of a feeling here that you actually are trying to give it a pass. Like that it's not that big of a deal. Really? Okay. But that is kind of the organization that you've set up here, is that this is a fetish network, right? And your audience is feeling more and more disgusted by this type of behavior. That's why you're losing viewers. Is you're begging for money and you have a fetish culture. Anyhow, let's see what else they have to say.
And now we know why, because he tried to sneak Labroski on here and a detractor on here and all this other shit. Something that I told him not to do and not to be involved in. You know, I feel like I'm one of the few people that have given Yo Mama a chance. You know, this community has completely shit on him. The community's...
What a shit employer you are. What an asshole. I'm one of the few people. He was a successful gamer. He decided to get into doing React work, and he decided to be the opposition voice. Like, that's not uncommon to challenge specific people on their opinions about programs. That's what is your problem here? He wasn't totally unsuccessful. He just wasn't, like me, he wasn't putting a ton of effort into his channel. He was putting more effort in than I am, but it's not like it was that big of a deal. And you're like, oh my gosh, I handed him the world on a silver platter. Really, Keem? Like, you really, I mean, I'd love to know your history. Like, how much money did you actually earn versus how much you inherited? I'd love to know your background more.
Come from has shit on him. Like, everybody has shit on him. And I'm here giving him an employee of the month, you know, gassing him up. You know, when he was on test, I was calling in every day. You know, I feel like I've been as supportive as I possibly can to Yo Mama. All right.
Okay.
But I guess that's not enough. I guess it's still like, I got to figure out a way to
Yeah, this is the very interesting story about Keem is that, first of all, I don't know how he came into his money, but he seems to have a similar situation to Trump, where he got seed money and then was able to make something out of it from there. But you can tell he has openly stated that he basically can't read. He obviously can't speak. I mean, if you listen to his sentence structure and everything else, he doesn't. He is a very uneducated person. He does not have a college degree, and yet he's trying to run a network of shows with himself jumping in as though he's the HR department and doesn't realize how much hot water he could potentially be getting himself into.
Okay, piss off Keemstar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Yo Mama and Labroski, because I know you're going to see this or hear this, it's not Labroski himself that pissed me off. It's the fact that Yo Mama did the exact opposite of what I told you to do.
Right, okay.
You know, we've been working long enough together that there should be some level of respect. Now, I understand the shit that happened last night may have triggered you, Yo Mama, with not getting the redirect to pull this little stunt. All right. But I told you I owed you and I would make it right. I guess you didn't trust in that.
Well, I mean, maybe if you're going to put him on a different show, which is what you did, and now he has to rebuild his subscriber base because those of us who were watching Test so that we could see Yo Mama, now we have to subscribe to a new channel. I mean, that's a terrible business model, don't you think? And then on top of it, you realize that he was so successful that you put all of your other hosts jumping in on his show. The hosts that we have already rejected and that we don't want to watch.
Even though you didn't have the redirect, you still outperformed Rewind on the views. And I gave you that flowers for that. I gave you the flowers for that, right? Still not enough.
What does that even mean? You gave him the flowers for that. What the fuck does that, what is that supposed to mean? You fired him the next day. How are you giving him flowers? I don't, whatever, dude.
Let's just burn it all fucking down. Keemstar told me not to do this one thing, so I must do the thing. That's really what's it about. I know Labroski's going to take this as, a big W. He's trolled the big Keemstar. The only one that got trolled is Yo Mama, and he trolled himself because now he's fired.
Well, that was a dumb move. And, if you bring him back and punish him like you have done with some of the other hosts, that's not going to be a good look for you at all, because you had a disagreement over the artistic direction of a show. For real. It's not like you haven't allowed other people who are critical of LCU to come on your shows before, or had really boring guests. Like Billy kept inviting that one dude that's just making miniatures, carving out miniatures, and is a weird conspiracy theorist. And he got time on the shows a lot, right? I mean, you've had some of the worst possible guests ever. And as far as I can tell, based on the history, Yo Mama really worked for this. And he was dedicated to it. I mean, I don't know, though, because, like, you've created such a fantasy land here that it's hard to tell what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the
Going to be influencing the war.
Keemstar said that he gonna fence it. Well, guess what? In this war, in this war,
Before he brings Labroski on, I'd still and maybe Yo Mama will put this up on his own channel or something. I'd like to know what that background photo is, because it kind of looks like one of those cave accidents. It looks like I watch a lot of stories that are accidents where people go cave exploring and stuff. Like if you look up the Nutty Putty, that one's pretty bad. They left the guy in there and just sealed the cave up because they couldn't get his body out. I mean, this is what it looks like to me, is like cave exploring. I don't know what I'm looking at. But anyway, that's an artistic choice, you know? Okay.
there ain't no fence sitting. Let's bring up my man, Labroski and this motherfucker. Let's go. What you gotta say, Labroski? Ain't no fence sitting, dog.
Well. But if it isn't the big Labroski stepping on enemy territory, that is just insane.
Yeah.
Keemstar, bro. You really need to get your house in order, my man. This is fucking ridiculous that I am here. I mean, how is it possible? How is it possible that the guy that has been consistently calling on your fucking bullshit for so fucking long made it to one of your freaking shows, dude? That is absolutely fucking insane. But anyway, I am not going to take that much of your fucking time right now. I am just here because...
If you're working outside in the cold this winter and you don't want to get
and he hid it from him, and then he did it. For what? For what? To get clout points?
Apparently he hid it from Glammy too. Glammy in the main chat was saying she had no clue he was even going to be on the show. She was just told.
So Labroski covered this over the weekends as well, and he disagreed with their perspectives on this, that Glammy had no idea who he was, etc., that she had said his name before. And they're all familiar with the React channels because they monitor us. Let's be real. You made me snort. I can't. You guys are trying to create this fantasy world where, I have no idea. What are you talking about? That's why it's hard to believe that this was actually a surprise, right? Okay.
To wait in live on air until he pops up. So the whole thing was just sneaky and weird.
Oh.
The stream got taken down after 4 minutes. Keem wasn't having it. So that's that. Yo Mama's gone for the time being. We all know how Keem works, though. If you come to him with some serious apologies, there's a good chance Yo Mama might be back.
Well, maybe if Yo Mama was white, right? I mean, isn't that what he's been going with? Isn't that what Keem's been going with for the last couple of months? Is this arc of racism in your network? You know? He's like, oh yes, I'm so against the blackface. But you have everybody doing it? You have everybody doing it. Like, what are you even talking about? Is he actually going to give Yo Mama an opportunity to run his show? Or is he going to constantly interrupt him and pull the rug out from under his feet? What is this? Like, what are we watching?
So...
Fink coming through with the hot dog, bang, bang through the gang. If you guys want to give memberships, when we get
Mm-hmm.
25 gifted. We'll open the chat back up to non-members.
Billy's not fucking.
When did you stop doing that anyway? Like, I used to watch rewinds until Xylee started having her meltdown. But it was never a situation where you had to be a member to drop chats. When did that stop? Like, oh my god, even.
Happening with you bitches tonight. Well, this stream was a little bit earlier than what I was expecting, but I am sipping a little, but I'm only doing high noons tonight. So every $10 dono or whatever, I'll drink some of this. Small donos. It doesn't have to be something big.
Little sipper.
Yeah, little sippies.
It's been a wild day. Glammy's
Glammy.
live.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. I had nothing to fucking do with that.
Don't care.
I
I
said
had
that.
no idea
Don't care.
who that was.
Don't care.
I care.
I just wanted
Really?
to explain
fuck you, I
that I
care.
had no idea.
Anything
no,
else
and
you
I
want to
get
say?
it.
Anything else you want to say?
I get it. I understand. And yeah, so
Anything else you want to say?
Actually,
your mama,
wait,
you suck.
I actually do give a fuck. I have some questions. So,
Sure.
none of this was ran by you whatsoever. You said he
Nope.
told you to wait in live on
yeah,
air.
it was never run by me, Yo Mama's side of things, because on the show, Yo Mama liked not having me know his side of the show so that I would have a raw reaction of it.
Okay, well, also, you're probably not a great collaborator, so maybe that was a choice. But, Z-Zooted. Oh my god, your voice is so shrill. It's so hard to hear you. Like, it's so hard to even watch a show that you're in. It reminds me of, there used to be this, show that it was a singing battle type of thing, and when they brought in entirely girl groups, if they didn't have a female that had a deeper voice that could offset the higher voices, it just sounded too what did they call it? It was like metallic. It was shrill, and that's why those particular groups got eliminated pretty quickly, because it was too hard to listen to. You have to have a balance of having at least some baritones and things like, and lower voices. You can't constantly, oh my god. And her story is pretty bad too. Like, I don't even know why she's on this network with the amount of chaos that she's caused since she's been a host, but I'm sure Yo Mama was worse than her, right? Okay.
So I never knew his side. So he told me to go waiting. He was going to just do the first part on the OBS without being in the Discord. I thought he was just going to talk to the audience. I had no fucking clue that dude was going to be there. I don't even know who that dude is. Clearly he's bad,
Yeah, you do.
but I have no idea who he is.
He's just a detractor.
Glammy, I got some questions for you.
Sure.
Right.
How's it feel to be the one not being fired on a show?
Awesome, actually. But
Move on to the good shit. You know what, Zay?
All right.
I care. I lied. I was trying to be tough.
Well, I'm going to wrap it up here because these two are just unbelievable. I don't even know how they still have jobs, but that's my opinion, right? I'll send you the link to Ozzy Cobb, who caught the content, and I don't know what else to say. It's just, the network is completely falling apart. He had one dude on his network that actually drew in viewers, and Keem totally screwed it up. What are you going to do with that?